Hello, 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 everyone. How's everyone doing on this? I believe it's a Friday evening, possibly Saturday morning, depending on where you are. How are you all doing? Is life treating you good? Is everyone having a great day? I hope so. Been kind of a, I'd say like a lazy day today. Like it feels like a day that you want to just take a nap, you know? Let's see. I am going to catch up on chat. Yeah, Auntie, it started. Yeah, trust me. It started. It has been forever, but it has started. Say, Auntie, thank you very much for the power cell. Hans, woo! About time. It's been a million years. Yeah, it feels like that, doesn't it, huh? How are y'all doing today? Life treating you good? Tony, thank you for the power cells. 26 so far. Hans old? Yes, grass green, sky blue. True. Cordalis, thank you very much for the power cells. 36 already. Hi, Beep. Hi, Cordalis. Hi, Dan. How you doing, brother? I cannot complain. I am having an all right day. Like I said, it feels like a lazy day. It feels like a day you just want to take a nap. You know? And also, Dan, thank you very much for the power cell. Thor, thank you as well. A lot of power cells today, and that's good. Thank you. I'm gonna need all this energy because like I said, I feel like I could nap right now, but happy. Go get your sippy cup, you cat. Hey, okay. Oh, apparently he has one. Wow, that's crazy. Also, Turtle, thank you for the power cell. 72 so far. I'm still insane, but thank you very much for it. You said it was a day? Yeah. Saturday night? It's already Saturday night for you. My gosh. Miller and Peachy got together on the island? Oh! So they got together, like not platonically, like romantically? That's awesome. That's how it turned out. Hey, I ain't old. Hey. Anyway, very old. Yeah. Super old. Mega old. 1:34 a.m. for you. Oh, wow. It is late. Saturday night sounds like some time traveler speak, doesn't it? It's like, sorry, you can see into the future. That's awesome. You can tell us what's going to happen tomorrow. Also, Hans, you're on a 5-stream streak. Nice. Heck yeah. Well, before we get started, I just need to take care of one thing. It seems like my dog is apparently trying to alert me to something, so I'm gonna go check out what that is. I will be right back. Okay, I am back. Sorry about that. It seems that someone made the mistake of walking outside. So, you know, crazy, isn't it? But, oh wow, over half the island is in one house. Wow, they're gonna save a lot of money on rent. I'm fine, sitting on Micharo's stream, then play some Overwatch with Maru and Micharo. Oh, it sounds like it's gonna be a fun time. That's awesome. Well, with all that being said, how about we get back into the game? Oh my gosh, Cordalis, a 45 stream streak. Nice. That's awesome. Thank you very much for it. I don't charge them rent. Oh, even better. More 9 vibes. Yeah. Okay. It is time for more 9 vibes. That is correct. So Let me just do this first. We will stream. We will put on my controller. I bust out my controller so I can play. Down just a little bit. Make sure y'all can see Thor. Make sure y'all can see Thor's. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Now. Okay, there we go. Now we can load the game. Also, let's get that off the stream. New Micharo's original soundtrack is such a banger. I love it so much. And Bunger. Dude, Bunger is like so goated. If you've never played Bug Snacks, Bunger is goated. All right, let's see if we remember how to play. Oh, but I'm gonna have to listen to the new soundtrack. Whee! Hockey, hockey! Whee! Okay, so in the last stream, if you did not see, we were. Oh yeah, you can go out. No, wait. If you did not see in the last stream, that was close. Did Michado send them to you? No, I don't think they did. Love to hear it though. I just love the idea of like new music. Did they make it themselves? Okay. Oh, but if you did not see last stream, basically this thing that we are calling a child, basically just woke up in the middle of a forest. We went to a hunter's cabin where this person was at the moving coat. Yeah, this thing. So we went to a hunter's cabin. We have found a spare like rifle or shotgun. Took him out. I know what we have to do. We've got Dark Souls this. I got this. With a one professional guy from his city, I can send them to you if you want. Oh, heck yeah, if you wouldn't mind. Love to hear it. But yes, we got into like this hunter's cabin. We found this person who, if you do not know, appears to be the same main character from the first game. Yep, Dark Souls. I was smart. Hold this. Secret. Oh, but after getting out of the hunter's cabin, we floated across the door across basically an ocean. Made it to this city thing. We have been through a school where there was a teacher with a neck that was like 100 or 200 feet long at times. We escaped from her. We went to a hospital where there were mannequins. Oh, also in the school, there were doll children. What is that? Okay. I have no idea what that thing is in the distance. Okay. Hey, Noodle, help me. But also, we went into this hospital where there were mannequins that for some reason attacked us on sight. And then after they attacked us, we were able to get out, and we found even deeper into the hospital the basically person making them or fixing them. and we put him in a furnace. So, yeah. Not a very nice thing to do, but I mean, it was a cremation furnace, if you were curious. The only other things that we know is that once we have gotten here, we got out of the hospital and we came here, and we're finding people, actual, it seems people, who have missing faces. Like, their faces are just these empty holes, and all they do is stare at TVs. And it seems that if a TV goes off, then they just run after it at full speed and shove their heads through it. And this really messes with my theory as to wondering what happened to all the adults, because when we first got here, one thing that we also saw a lot of was basically clothing. Okay. What we saw was basically clothing that... wonder if we need to run. Yeah, we need to go. We need to go. Nope, there was nowhere to go. But, we found these adults, like these clothing, this quote-unquote adult-sized clothing everywhere that just seemed like almost like all of the adults were raptured. Did that count as survive? It did! We survived! Oh no! They didn't survive! Oh gosh, I would see that in a night, and I have my own brick factory. Yay. Hey, you good? Come on. I got you. Yeah! I wonder what that meant. They seemed weird about the fact that we saved them. I wonder why. Yeah. And so here we are. And now we have no flashlight, which sucks. I miss my flashlight. Okay. TV. Also, this was something else. We can somehow go into televisions that are on, and it brings us to this hallway that leads to a door, and we run through it, but every time it seems like we're about to get close, our like friend pulls us out. See if we can get there this time. You see, it's like we're underwater. We move slowly. We try to get to this door. But now Overwatch, last time I played was half a year, and I begin to play on the hardest class tank. Oh, nice! Wait, we made it! Opened it. Who is that? Oh, it didn't break this time. Oh, Yeah, I think we need to run from that thing. What is it? It's like a Slender Man. Oh no, he's gonna take Noodle! Is that where these came from? All these after images that we've been finding. Is it from him? Oh, okay. No, but Dan, you got this. When Sephi said, you go, where are we? Well, glad there was a cushion there. When Sephi said, you're gonna play on tank, when begin to play, I thought, am I cocky right now? Yeah, maybe a little. I've never, even when I was like really into Overwatch, I was not good with tank at all. So I can't really give any advice on that. I was always healer or DPS. And yes, if that's the easiest classes, yep, that's ones I played. The plot, like my gravy, thickens. Exactly, Cordalis. Plot is thickening. Yeah, it looks like I can go into TV. I can teleport with TVs now. Oh, okay. Okay, so if I do this, oh, well, door didn't even open, it just fell apart. And I do this, boom. Beep smart, beep big brain. Solved the first puzzle, probably like the easiest puzzle, obviously. Big brain time. Oh yeah, it's big brain. Go beep, go beep, go. Hockey sucky. All right. We gotta jump across. Rah! Dude, look at this. I'm just schmoving. Yeah, I'm not even gonna go around. We're gonna jump over this. Haha. Okay, there's the TV over there, so I'm guessing there's a TV down here. Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. Look, it's clothing. That's all it is. I was right. I now have a remote. But yeah, you see that it's clothing. That's all it is. I can turn the TVs off. Turn off. All right. Miyamoto is the best support for me after Hans, of course. He played today for the first time after a long time not playing. Oh yeah. Let's say there's always going to be a part of it that doesn't leave you when you've played games like that for a while. You're always going to have at least like a little bit of muscle memory with it. Ow, my legs. All right, what's in here? So I think he saw me. Oh, it's a hat! We haven't found a hat in a while. We have a police hat. We have a police hat now. He tried to play DPS, but game gave him only support. Yeah. I mean, there is a lot that has changed in Overwatch, and I've like talked about before. Like, I remember back when I was into it, when I was into Overwatch, I remember it wasn't a, oh, you know, like you have to have a DPS, you have to have a support, you have to have a tank. It was always just like, all right, well, what are you gonna do? You know? And is it a bad thing that they don't like give you that now? No, because it makes it to where people actually have to have, I don't know, real like strategy, you know? Why can't I get into this TV? Can I? What? Can I? Okay. Can I get into? Can I get into the TV? Can I please get into the TV? Am I doing something wrong? Why can't I get into the TV? Okay. I started to play when Overwatch 2 was, now it's something like that. Oh. The thing was, like, why can't I go into this TV? Okay, maybe I do need to go back this way. Maybe that TV is just a red hair. Wait, that turned off the other TV. I think I turned off the other TV. I just realized that. I was like, why isn't it letting me in? And there's no TV for me to go back to. There we go. Okay. Now I should be able to go through. But a lot changed in Overwatch when it came out, because I was there first day Overwatch drop. I remember that. I got a physical copy. I had pre-ordered it. I was really, really into the, what's it called? I was into the animatic that had come out, like Hanzo and Genji's animatic. I was really into all of it. And I was like, I'm going to get into this. And I did. I was there for a while. But then, and also I was on it for the Xbox, so wasn't really PC like formatted, but I got into it and I enjoyed it. I had a good time. And then I just decided to take a break from it. I was like, you know what? I'm good now. I'll take a break. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to try and get back into it. And then I downloaded it for the PC, and I was so used to the Xbox, and I was so not good at it. I was like, yeah, I'm not what I was. Okay. This is one of the people I was telling you about. Okay. See, they just seem more interested in the TV than they do anything else. Okay, we'll turn that on to distract it. That thing. We need to get out here. Oh. Oh, I get it now. Throw that. Can't even hear it over the TV. I wonder what they're watching, you know? Like, if they're watching a television show, I wonder what they're watching. They're just watching anime. Look, TV out there. Isn't that cool? I'm guessing. Aha! I did it. And it's not moving. Yeah, no, this game really does just raise nothing but questions. I mean, that's like one of my favorite types of games, so. Okay, we need a new type of conversation because Overwatch gun is stuck in my head till I don't go to sleep. New type for conversation? Oh. What happens if I do this? Alrighty. What is a good topic for conversation? Oh. Hold on. Hold on. Let's pull ourselves up. He thought he was a bird. Yeah, no, he didn't fly though. Oh, wait, what is it we came up last time? It was what Jimmy said. They're not watching anime, they're playing Valorant. That's why they're so, like, engrossed in it. They've just got, like, a lot of dedication to Valorant. What? What are they doing? Why? Is it? There's more in the back. Why? Is it a broadcast tower? Is that what's sending out the signal? Thing that's making them like this. Why? Don't worry, Beep. They are birds now. True. Well, learned our lesson now, didn't we? Don't go into random TVs because maybe they may be birds. We ain't. Ooh. Oh, we need to get in before TV brings us down. Thank you also a little bit bird. I don't know. We didn't really fly. We smacked off the edge of the building and then just fell all the way to the bottom. Okay, so we can't. He's on the other side. And he can't get out. Why are there barricades? There's the real question. Why are there barricades in this world? Because barricades could only be used if they were trying to keep something in or keep something out. So why? Can't go that way. Okay, go that way. Oh, is this a lever? It is. Okay, I get it. We need to let him out and then zap zap. So. Yep, there you go, bud. Come on. Come and get me. Give me just a few more seconds. Just to be sure. All right, it's almost done. Okay. Just to be positive. Okay, we're good. Sucks to be you. Why are there barricades? See, there's got to be something to all of this. Why are there barricades? What was trying to be kept out? What was it? Steve, do you have a favorite Marvel hero or movie? Okay. If I had to choose my favorite Marvel hero, I don't know if he classifies as a hero, but I enjoy him because he is interesting, and it's Moon Knight. I always thought Moon Knight was a very interesting idea for a character. Like the idea that it's this guy that thinks. He's like, because it's, you never know with Moon Knight. It's either A, he actually is like being helped by a god, or B, he's just not, you know? Just like an electrical chair that you guys have in Lethal Company. Yep. But Moon Knight counts? Heck yeah, then. I love Moon Knight. He has some of my favorite like lore and dialogue. Because like one of his things that he is like, let's see. One of my favorite things that he has done is oh, why'd I go back through? What happened? What are you doing, Beep? But it was the fact that he, as a character, he is one of the few people that Taskmaster chooses not to fight. Blaze VT, hello, hello, hello. It's good to see you. How are you doing today? Is life treating you good? Oh, I need to go into the TV. I hope you're having a wonderful day. But yeah, Taskmaster chooses not to fight him. I'm good, thank you. I'm glad to hear it. If I can give an answer, I would say Iron Man. Iron Man's a pretty cool one. Like, I've always thought he was like a pretty cool hero. I mean, we kind of got him. I'm curious. My favorite Moon Knight fact is that he can't beat Deadpool because Deadpool is too insane to predict. Yeah, that's what's it called? That's Taskmaster. Yeah, Taskmaster can't do that. How am I doing? I cannot complain. I am playing one of my favorite types of games, a horror game, playing Little Nightmares 2. Chilling, talking with some cool people. So yeah, no, I can't complain. Also, if you're curious, what is Beep trying to be a bird 2.0? I am a fish, thank you. Like me. Oh, wait, do you like horror games as well? If so, I've got to ask which ones you like. What's your favorite ones? I wonder if I can go while this is happening. Oh, I can get on top. Yeah. Okay, so apparently that's not what I'm supposed to be doing. Beep thought big brain, beep actually small brain. Oh, that was cute. A mentee. Ooh, what is, okay, I haven't heard of that. What is it? What's it about? What kind of horror game is it? Because if you're curious, for me, it's, I've always loved the Silent Hill series. No, I mean, when Moon Knight fights Deadpool, Moon Knight cycles through his styles, thinking it's like Taskmaster, but Deadpool is too insane to predict, so Moon Knight ends up not knowing how to react to someone more insane than he is, and Deadpool overpowers him. Oh, okay, okay. All right, I didn't know that. I did not know that. I also like horror games, but I've played only Me-Side and DDLC. Okay, okay, okay. I figured out what I have to do. I figured it out. I've done it. My brain, my motherboard is huge right now. I figured it out. No, no, come on, go. Get it. Wait, what am I doing? Wait, go back. I need to get on top and get to the second floor. I need to ride it on the top and get to the second floor. I've done it. Big brain, big CPU. Go, go, go. Go, me, go. Go, me, go. Ah! I've done it. Me, big brain. Woo! CPO has quantum ridges and lumps. Exactly. I am a learning computer. Boop, 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 boop. All right, now we got this. Now we got it. I didn't notice the water was electrified. I'm gonna be so for real. I didn't notice. Woo! To the bathtub. Too far. Can't make that jump. What RAM this fish have? I got a lot of RAM. Okay, okay. I can make it. I made it. Okay, okay. Can I take her out the same way? Dream Hype! What's up, Drago? How are you doing today? Is life treating you good? Are you having a wonderful time? Alright, first let's test the theory. Can I jump to the toilet from here? I can. Okay. I figured out what I have to do then. Hey, friend. Whee! Watch your step. Okay, you all heard me. I warned her. I warned them. I said, watch your step, and they didn't. Welcome back from the commercial breaks. How are y'all doing? Electrical chair 2.0, exactly. Hey, but I warned her. I warned them. I said, hey, watch your step. It was their own bathroom. They should have known about it. Not my fault. Whee! Okay. What? Can I? No, there's no way. Could I? No, I can't. It won't let me. Can I though? Come on. Okay, if I die, it was for science. No, it didn't work. Mente is a short first-person horror game set in the ancient Egyptian tombs. As a photographer exploring the Great Pyramids, you use your camera to solve puzzles and uncover supernatural secrets. It focuses on atmospheric dread, blending historical mystery and psychological scares. Glaze, that sounds 1,000,000% up my alley. Here, let me. I don't think you're part of the Discord, but oh, if you want to join the Discord, please feel free. But If anyone, if y'all could put it down for me real quick, the name of it. Oh, I'm gonna have to play that. I love atmospheric horror. That's like my favorite. That is my jam. I love whenever ambiance can just absolutely like scare the pants off of you. I don't know why I think I'm gonna need this shopping cart, but I have a feeling I'm gonna need it. Ah! Okay, we're good. And is it like, oh, figured out why I'm gonna need the shopping cart. Yeah. Yeah. He's so smart. Big friend. Of course, no one, because you're not on TV. Oh, who's in the world would listen to a little boy? Yep, that's a good point. TV very important in this world. TV big important. Tiny child not important. I've sent you a DM on X. Nice. All right, well, I will make sure to look into it then. Thank you for the recommendation. I can't wait to give it a try. Because I feel like a lot of games need, like to say that like some games don't do atmosphere well, I feel like is wrong. I feel like that is I feel like that's kind of lumping everything together. Okay, I'm gonna be so for real. I thought I could swing from the cable and unplug it. That's on me. Can I move this? No. All right. But honestly, I do wish that more horror did do, what's it called? That they could do ambiance better. Because it feels like some horror games get into this rut, right? Where it's like, okay, well, what's scaring everybody? Like what's scary right now? And that just becomes like the cookie cutter, right? It just becomes like, oh, well, this game was very scary apparently, and a lot of people thought it was scary, so we should do a game like this. And then, you know, and then you get stuff like, and this is not me bashing. This is not me bashing, I swear. But it's why some games kind of feel a little stale after a while, you know? Like games like Five Nights at Freddy's, which I have nothing against. Five Nights at Freddy's is a good game. But it spawned this whole idealization of what horror needed to be, which was, okay, big jump scare and you're done, you know? We just need big loud scream and we're done, okay? And it worked. It works for some things. You get stuff like Poppy's Playtime, you get stuff like The Garden of Ban, which, I mean, I'm not gonna say anything. You know, they're good games, you know, depending on what you like. Bendy and the Ink Machine, exactly. You get these games that are really good. They're good games. But when every game is the same, you don't get that same kind of, I don't know. It feels like you kind of forget what you were trying to make in the first place, if that makes any sense. Because I have said it before, I will say it again. I will say it until I'm even bluer in the face. But the best thing in horror for me is ambiance. I want ambiance. I want it scary. I want to not get shocked, but I want to be afraid to go down a hall, you know? Like, I want it to be that I have that moment where I'm like, do I really want to go down this hallway? You know, I want that sense of dread. I want that frightening moment where you realize this is it, you know? You can't get away from this. You are literally doing exactly what the game wants you to do, and you are not getting away with it. You are not in control here. And some games do that amazingly. There's some games that do it so well. Games like Silent Hill, some of the Resident Evils. You've got games like let's see, yeah, I mean, heck, there's a bunch of them. Fatal Frame. Let's see, Faith. There's a bunch of games that know how to create an ambiance where you are so afraid that you don't want to play the game. And I think that's a hallmark of a good horror game. When you don't want to play it because you are afraid of this game, that is a good horror game. Ah! That's not fair, I tripped. FNAF Security Breach and the others that came after is maybe not by Scott. True. I believe, and I could be wrong, I think Scott Cawthon got, I think he got out of making them after Pizzeria Simulator? Question mark? I think Pizzeria Simulator was actually supposed to be the final Five Nights at Freddy's, because it summarized everything. Everything was done. It showed, like, well, okay. If you want my theory, I think, I almost said Silent Hill, and for some reason my brain almost made Silent Freddy a thing. But I think that Five Nights at Freddy's was supposed to be done with after Five Nights at Freddy's 3. Because it was like, everything seemed right. Everything seemed like it had gotten its due course, you know? Afton was gone. You freed the souls and they were done. But then there was still the loose end of Sister Location. What happened to them? What happened to Ennard? You know, because the quote-unquote canonical ending is that Ennard basically started using the security guard that you played as a sock puppet. And you just, that's it. Now they can live their life basically passing for a human. So what happened to them? What happened to those animatronics? What happened to all of them? What happened to Baby? What happened to Ballora? You know? So it wasn't a good, it was a good ending. You know what? I'm not going to say it was a bad ending. That was a very good ending because it felt like everything that was important got wrapped up. But then Scott, the madman, came out with Five Nights at Freddy's Pizzeria Simulator, which was a complete and total surprise. No one knew it was going to happen. If I remember right, the game came out on a stealth launch. Thank you, Cordalis. Thank you for the oil. Get me some oil. And thank you, Aiden, for pouring it. But, and also thank you for the stretch. All right. Now back to this. But, it was like, it wasn't announced. It just happened. Oh, I thought I could turn it off. That would have been great. Wait, can I? Oh. If I... Okay, Beep might think Beep knows what needs to be done. Okay, I need to hide. Okay. Just need to go over here. In there. Oh. Why are they breaking in? Don't break on through to the other side. Let me in. Yeah, please get in. They got in. We broke the TV. Whoopsies. Okay, we gotta go. We'll get back to theory crafting in a second. You guys look, TV. Ooh, pretty. Uh-oh. They're beating up the TVs. What kind of control does this TV have? Dude, Valorant makes people crazy. Let's be real. Valorant played on a CRT TV. That'd be amazing. But no, like, it came out and it gave a really good rendition to show what happens in the end. What happened to everything. And it was all done. And then Security Breach came out, which I'm not... Noodle! Come here! Well, bye, Noodle. Let me in! Oh, never mind. Oh, I need this. I need this. Get through here. Knock off Slenderman's trying to get to me. Help! Wait, why didn't it work? Let me through. Okay, don't need that. Excuse me. Why does he look normal? Look at his face. He looks normal. He just looks like a man. Maybe he's the one that's doing all this with the TVs. Because every time he's around, it's staticky. Oh. It's looking for me. Yes, Valor is a freaking swamp from where no escape. Yay! But my stepdaughter likes it, so I'll support her on it. And also she wants me to try and get into it, so I am down to at least give it a try. Even if there is no return from the swamp. Uh-oh. Don't tell me he's coming. Is he coming? I think he's coming. Okay, bye, bud. Ah, you can't fit through the window. Yeah, we're safe now. Woo! Okay. All right. Why does he... Look, here's more clothing. It's just clothing, as if the people were just taken. I need to go. Oh, why does he move so fast? And I would be one... I can't move. Oh, whoops, whoops. People trying to reach at. People trying to reach at. Ah! We can get away. That would be one of the coaches in Valo. I could tell all I know. Oh, heck yeah. I'm gonna need all the help I can get. Ah, you can't. Oh, apparently you can. But look at him. He looks normal. At least normal in comparison to the creatures we've seen. But he's obviously not normal. He's from the TV. What is he? Excuse me. Hope that's the right way. It wasn't. I had two ways I could check, and I went the wrong way. It was to the right, of course. Oh, but back to what I was saying about, like, horror, you know? horror comes in so many different shapes and forms. There's like body horror where it's really? Yeah. Okay, you know, just take me. Okay. Because he's the TV man who controls here everything. I think so. Yeah, of course. A man's got the power of TV on his side. He can do anything he wants. But no, I mean, like, there are different kinds of horror. And there are people who get scared of every type of horror. Like, even horror that doesn't scare you. Like, for me, I don't really get anything out of body horror, which, if you don't know what that means, body horror is blood and gore and, you know, stuff like that. You know? Ah, you can't teleport that far, can ya? Which, I'm gonna be so for real, he could have teleported to the tracks and just walked. And he would have gotten us, but still. Oh, we're dead. How are we alive? We hit our heads so hard on that door, and apparently our remote control is broken. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? But yeah, no. Like, for me personally, I don't get anything out of body horror, you know? Blood, gore, all that. It doesn't really do anything for me. Like, it's, yeah, it's gross, but it's not like scary. Things that scare me are things like psychological horror. Like Ban Ban. Ban Ban is more of a... Ban Ban, I believe, is more of a... theoretical horror is a way to put it, because its concept is rooted heavily in body horror. If you haven't played Ban Ban, yeah, I'm going to spoil something real quick, but it's basically that, you know, people are experimented on. Its roots are in body horror, but, and, you know, nothing against the people that make it, nothing against them. I actually think it's a really cool series. I like it. I watch it. But the thing is about it, though, is that because of its animation, because of its art style and everything, the body horror doesn't really come across on its own. And that's why I say it's more of a theoretical horror than anything. Oh. I played Ban Ban and Ban Ban Zero because it's free. All right. Why is everything is curving in towards him? What's going on? Oh! Oh, I didn't realize I could do something. We have the power! Back away! Why does he look normal? Look at his face. He looks normal. Also, he kind of moves like a wacky arm flailing, self-inflating tube man. We stopped him. Did we know we could do this? We destroyed him. What are we doing? We're bending the buildings. We teleported. Maybe my theory was right, and he's the only one in control before we appeared. Yeah, and now we're here. It's just like the first one with the lady. We are taking the power. Oh. Maybe this is a prequel. Paled. Life in the big city is a... This is the hallway. This is where we originally let him out. Is he going to be there again? See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. A kind of game that makes you think. It makes you try and figure out what is going on. Okay. Go in this one. Oh, great. Now we gotta teleport. Oh my god, we're on the MC Escher stairs. But yeah, my idea, and look, my theory might be correct. Look, the world is warped. Why is the world warped? It's distortion of reality. Why? We have to follow the music. Oh, yep. I knew it. We gotta follow the music. We can give thousands of theories, but would they be right? Only the developer knows. And see, Dan, that's why I love theories as much as I do. Because until a cement answer is given, we only have theories. No music. All right, back to the MC Escher stairs. But that's why I love theories as much as I do. Because at the end of the day, that's all we have. Ooh, go in this one. Okay. Okay, we gotta go to this one. But again, the world has become distorted. Like a tower like this, there's no way it can exist. It would have fallen apart. But what started all of this? Oh, whoops. I thought that was dirt. I'm going to be so for real with you guys. I thought that was dirt. I just ran across it. I feel dumb. Oh, now I know. We're following them. We're following our partner. This was the song that she was playing on the music box when we originally met her in the hunter's cabin. She's leading us to her. I feel like there should be an invisible wall on these stairs. I feel like Little Nightmares' biggest, not problem, but its biggest like hindrance isn't even the bosses. It's just the fact that like when they pull the camera back, it's just like, oh yeah, now you gotta like, now you gotta deal with it. Oh. Music is so cozy. Dude, I absolutely love music boxes. All right, Noodle has changed just a little bit. Hey. Can I pick this up? You want this? Okay. Apparently Noodle has... Oh. Yeah, come here. Come here. Come on. I am so sorry to do this, Noodle. It's for your own good. What changed them? No, wait, Noodle. Oh, nope, never mind. Sorry. Noodle, come on. Noodle, I'm trying to save you. We're friends, aren't we? Good Lord, her arms. She's got like 3 elbows. Okay, hopefully she didn't hear that. Wait, give me that. Yeah! I got up. Ah! Noodle, please. Ow! Dude, she smacked me. She was like, hey. I was like, hey. And she was like, Noodle. Please, I'm doing this. Yeah, that was painful. All right, Noodle, I got an idea. Got an idea. Aha! Ah, my idea was sound. My idea is sound. Hey, Noodle. Ah! I'm gonna break that music box. It's gonna bring you back somehow. I think I see an axe in the wall over there. A lot of axes in this world. All right. I'm not fast enough to get there. I'm fast enough to go here. Hey, what's up? Smack! No wonder the MC has an axe to grind. Dude, my guy is like, he is doing everything to like help, I think. I mean, I'm hoping that he realizes that this will help Noodle. Hey, I found another axe. Wait. Talk all you want, but you laughed, so I would. Amen. I'm with you, Cordalis. Okay. We gotta give him the old swaparoo. Oh, well, there's an axe up there. Give me that. Give me that. I gotta go. No, go. Ah. How many more times do I have to hit it with the papaka? Why is the wall breathing? Why is the wall undulating? Please, Noodle. Tell me this is going to bring you back. I'm sorry. By the way, just gave my cat her last dose of pain meds. Her wounds are very superficial. Oh, I do. I'm sorry. Her wounds are very superficial now. And she learned how to circumvent the cone. So now is just keep her clean until she is sealed up. That's awesome. I'm glad that she's doing great. I'm glad she's doing, at least she's doing a lot better. I'm glad to hear that. We got, that's an eyeball? What is going on? Oh yeah, I'm gonna die. Ain't no way I'm surviving that. Push me forward, mass. Noodle, you didn't even try to help me. Come on. What's going on? Maybe this is what started all of it? Because we're still in the tower, right? Well, I don't know. We can practically teleport anywhere we want. Bring me across, bring me across. Ah, that did work. What is this thing? The eyes and the undulating mass. What is it? Noodle! Stop! No. She let me go. Why? Is it because of the music box? How rude. Exactly. What happened? Is that just it? Nope. We're here with the undulating mass. What do we do now? Well, we can keep going. The eyes. Oh, is this just a looping room? Ooh, this part? Oh, what's going on? There's nowhere to go. By the way, it's almost 3 a.m. for me, but I don't want to sleep at all. But you need to make sure you get you some good sleep. A chair? Are we? What are we going to do? We can't leave. What is going on? I can't move. Just going to sit here? We're growing. Are we just waiting? We're becoming an adult. We actually get to see. So we do become adults. We're just here. The undulating mass. Power. Are we becoming their new? Are we becoming the new keeper? Like the tall guy? No. We are the tall guy. It's us. We waited. That's why he didn't try and find us. That's why he tried to keep us from the tower. That's why the first one he attacked is Noodle, our partner. Because they betrayed him. It's a time loop. And that means he's forever stuck in a time loop. Forever. because the fact that he exists proves that he fails no matter what happens. So anytime, this game is just a time loop, because he's going to show up. He's going to try and go after him. He's going to try and get to the city. And if he knew about the city, did he know about the city? The bootstrap paradox. Exactly. So he goes after him. He keeps seeing him every time he goes into the TV. He almost frees him every time. And then at some point, he finally frees him from the television. And in doing so, he brings about this, where the tower takes him over. So is that why the televisions are the way that they are? It's him. It's him. As a person, he, in control of all the TV, is keeping all of the adults subservient. And he must have gotten rid of some of them. That's where all the empty clothes might have come from. Okay. We're getting into beep theories real quick. Okay. That's too much for me now? Yeah. Well, we're going to get into a beep theory real quick. Actually, first, as always, I want to give a review of this game. Okay. So, comparing it to the first, I think they're neck and neck. They're both really good. They're both really good games. This was a very fun one. I remember I played it before, but I didn't remember anything. I guess I just blocked it all out. But we got to see this, like, firsthand, everything that happens. In terms of plot twist, this one had more of a plot twist than the first one, because it basically felt like in the first one, we were just trying to survive and become stronger. In this one, I don't know what we were doing. It felt like we were on a mission that no one else knew, you know? Because why? Why did we keep going? Why did we keep going deeper into the city? Why did we wake up outside of the hunter's cabin? Why did we decide that we needed to get through the hunter's cabin, get on a door, float across basically an ocean, and then get all the way over there? We must have known something. Something was driving us. Something. Maybe it was a dream. Maybe it was we saw the TV and we saw the man. Maybe that's what happened. I don't know. But that's what I love. The fact that it makes me feel like I don't know, that I don't understand why it was going on until the very end, in which it is just a cyclic paradox. It is an endless cycle for this child. This child, we now know, is a child. LOL, Beep isn't getting much rest in tonight's sleep cycle. No, I'm not. Because, oh God, all of these theories that I have, but we're going to get through the review. I think this was a great story. The gameplay was little nightmares. So I can't, fault it. I can't say anything bad because it's a fun game. There's no faulting it there. It's just a fun game, Was it scary? Yes. I was pretty scared a few times running for my life, especially from the teacher running, seeing the characters, the guy who was making the dolls, or not the dolls, the mannequins themselves were frightening. They were trauma inducing, it feels like, because were they people? Were they? Are the teacher and the doctor, are those two working with the boy as a grown man? Why are they still around? Are the TVs broken where they are? Is that why they're able to survive? Because they're in their own little nooks and crannies. Are they that way because of the undulating mass? Okay, we're getting back into theories. So, back to review. Fun gameplay. Was it scary? Yes. I would highly recommend giving it a try. Story-wise, beautiful. I love how they did this. I love that they made it this scary and this theory inducing, because I want to get the theory so bad. It felt so fun. And I think what is a beautiful thing about this series is that you don't have to play any of them. You don't have to without playing the others, because you can play the first one and then play the second one. You get to see that stuff, like when Noodle, as we keep calling her, put on the raincoat. It sparks it in you that you're like, oh, who is that? What is that? Is that them? That's the one from the beginning, the first game. But then, if you haven't played it, then you're like, oh, okay, so they're putting on a raincoat because the downpour, it doesn't stop anything. And then if you go back and play the first one, you start to understand. You're just like, oh, okay, so that's them. Because I think this game is a prequel. And as far as prequels go, this was great. I had a really good time. I really liked it. I feel like it was kind of a short game. Like that's a gripe that I can say kind of wholeheartedly. The game was short, you know? Now, I mean, you could have taken your time. I'm sure that I missed a lot of stuff, like a lot of the shadows, the static, the hats. I only found 2 hats the whole time, and I think there's like 12 or something like that. There's a bunch of them. But I know I missed those, so I feel like if you go into this game, I feel like if you just focus on the story, it's a short game. Finding the hats, you know, maybe it'll make it long. But I think in terms of story, I think this game is a roughly 6-hour game, you know? Now what they pack into that 6 hours is great. It is good. It is a great game because it leaves you guessing. It leaves you wondering. It leaves you running for your life. Leaves you making mistakes on your controller because you're like, what was the button to run? What was the button to do this? What is it? So my only gripe that I can have is the length. And I think with that in mind and how I enjoyed this game, I'm going to give this game an 8 out of 10. I feel like 8 is a very fair number. I feel like 8 is a very fair number for this because the game was fun. The story was good. I am ready to start talking about theory. The soundtrack was great. All of it was great. I just want more though. I want more out of this game. I want to see more. I want to know more about the universe. Why were all these questions out there? What are the answers to these questions? And we're probably never going to know. We're probably never going to know the answer to any of these questions. So what do? We make theories. And leading into that, that's why I say I believe this game, an 8 out of 10, is a valid, fair number. Highly recommend giving it a chance. Highly recommend it. It is so much fun. Give this series a chance if you haven't, because even if you've watched it, experiencing it, I feel, is going to be a completely different story because you are afraid of what's happening. You're gonna have to do this. You're gonna have to run. You're gonna have to solve the puzzles. And now, on the theory. Perhaps as the man's inner child facing the cycle of adulthood inside of himself, the paradox is the reality of growing up, but his inner child never gives up. You know what that is? That is a good theory. That is a good theory. Also, now it's time to play the third one. Oh, heck yeah, it is. I can't wait. I'm going to enjoy it, and I hope it's good. I really hope it's a good one, and I'm really excited to play it. So, theory time. I can see where you're coming from, Cordalis, but I think my theory, I want to look at this surface level, you know? And when I say surface level, if you ever wonder what that means for me, Surface level means I want to look at all of the pieces that were given as they appear, you know? And that's how I want to put this together, because there are a lot of games that do focus on the psyche. Again, we're back to Silent Hill. But I don't think that's the case with this. I think, honestly, I think where all of this is coming from, I think this is a Lovecraftian thing. Now, let me explain. The reason I believe this to be Lovecraftian is because everything about reality has fallen apart. Everything. There are bottomless pits everywhere. We have stuff in this game that we have right now in real life. We have the hunter who is like taxidermying people, you know? We've seen that he has animals. He was skinning animals. So there are animals out here. There are guns. He has a shotgun and a rifle. We have buildings. We have skyscrapers. We have like power lines. We have televisions. We have all of this. But something is wrong. Something is different. The world isn't like we know it, but it just barely is. And so, where I think my theory comes in, I think that somehow this all dials back and goes back to Lovecraftian ideals. This whole idea of something that we can't even comprehend is toying with us, and it doesn't even know it's doing it, you know? And where this comes in is the town. Now, if you've played Little Nightmares 1, Little Nightmares 1 feels like a really streamlined version, okay? Like, it's a very streamlined version of this game. I think what we're seeing in this game is the first stages of the takeover, right? Where the world was being reshaped into what it would become. And so then what do you think is the proverbial deep one? Okay, so I think that the deep one, like the deep theory, like I'm gonna like finish the surface level and then I'll get to the deep theory. You see, because surface level, I got Tekken made this, but surface level, this whole idea, this whole thing, the world has fallen apart. It has. Look at the world as we see it right now. Look, the buildings are bowing. They are bowing towards the ocean. And there's this whole ocean. Where is it? Why is it that if we go on this ocean and we go across a door, we immediately end up in a swamp? The world has changed. It's almost like the world has become crumpled up and stretched and amorphous into this facsimile of what we think, or what something who has only had a chance to just barely glimpse us would believe the world is. And in doing so, it created this whole topsy-turvy ideal. And I think what we're seeing when it comes to the people, I think the people that are left behind are the adults that basically just evolved with whatever this creature changed with the world. Because if you look at it, look at pictures of these creatures and everything, the teacher is just a you see a cutie? Hello there, Asher. I see an Asher. How are you today? But look at the teacher. The teacher isn't human. That's not a human. But We can see humans. We can see them as they are. The children that we now know are children look normal. They're normal. They're underfed, obviously, but it's because they've been surviving. But they look normal. And they don't change until our partner, Noodle, goes to that creature. So, also could be better. I have a headache. Oh, I hope you feel better soon. Let's say if it's allergies, I completely understand. Weather's been changing way too much recently. By deep one, I meant the Cthulhu level creature entity that could do the warping. If it is a Lovecraftian lens, then there should be some sort of catalyst. Yeah, allergies. Yep, those suck. The pollen has been getting insane, and the weather going up and down, up and down, up and down is not helping at all. So we're just gonna have to hold on. But so I'll be getting to that then, Cordalis. So this whole world, it is just a facsimile of what something looking out or looking in, peering through the window of our reality would think the world is, you know, or even possibly trying to make it more like itself. Now, I'm going to reference some H.P. Lovecraft here. You see, Lovecraftian horror, where it got its ideals was this whole idea of man or unknown things that can't be known. Like, we physically can't comprehend what we would see. Like, we could see a god, but we wouldn't understand it. We wouldn't even know. It would be as if we were gazing upon nothing, or we would be driven mad. And just its mere presence can change the world and our own mentalities. It's why if you've ever seen things like the Call of Cthulhu, you've read it, there are things that as soon as a sailor gazes upon Cthulhu, he instantly goes insane. And when the main character, one of the main characters, looks upon him for even an instant, his hair turns white and he is stricken with fear that he can't overcome. It's crazy. It's insane. It's something we can't understand. And I think that is what has crafted this world. This world, I believe, right here, this whole idea, this whole thing, I think, is just the beginning stages of that creature showing up. Because we look at it. Look at the ending that we just saw. The boy sits upon the chair. He doesn't move. Obviously, his clothes are going to change. So maybe, is he doing something? No, he's locked behind a door. And he grows and he grows and he becomes elongated. He becomes taller. And to the point that he's taller than these giant creatures we've been seeing. He has powers. He has the ability to go through televisions. He has the ability to repel monsters like himself. He's able to repel all of these things. How? How can he do it? I think it's because in the tower where we see him, when we go into the tower, the whole thing is just absolutely cattywampus. It's got floating like toys. It's got floating debris. It's got portals that are just doors. It's got all of these things. But when the boy sits down among the mass, the undulating mass of eyes and flesh and growths, the world around him shifts, and he is in nothing but an empty room. And that's it. An empty cement room, blocked behind a single door that once you are in the tower, you walk in, that's the only door there is. He is in a tower with one room and nothing else in it. until he leaves. Until he leaves and he is destroyed by himself. And when he is destroyed, what happens? All pandemonium breaks free. Our partner, Noodle, they are just like taken from us and held hostage. Now, if he truly hated them, wouldn't he have wanted to destroy them? Wouldn't he have wanted to destroy the one person that kept him from escaping? Wouldn't he? No, he kept them as a prisoner. And I think my theory is that he kept her as a prisoner. And once he was destroyed, his form destroyed, gone, I think the undulating mass changed her. I think it changed her into the creature we saw, this thing, this monstrosity, this giant creature with long hair and the raincoat and these arms that bend in wrong ways, and she has been reduced to nothing but an animal that only wants to destroy us. I think the undulating mass did this to her. Unless the ending messes with his memory for the loop. I don't think so, Cordalis. Like, I think he as a child doesn't have anything to do with this. He doesn't have memories, but the undulating mass needs a host, I think is what's going on. Because if you look, everyone here has lost all facilities of themselves. It's why you have the teacher, that she might have been an actual teacher. She might have been. And that's why she is the way she is. She only remembers how to teach. That's all she remembers what to do. But for some reason, on site, seeing children that aren't the dolls, she tries to end them. She tries to take them. And do what? I don't know. Because anytime she caught us, she just brought us back. Maybe she was bringing us to teach us something. Maybe she was putting us in detention. Maybe she was trying to be a good teacher, but she can't. Maybe that's why she created the dolls. Or maybe the doctor did. And moving on to the doctor was still doing what doctors do. The doctor was trying to save people. The doctor was trying to give these things, these creatures, another chance at life. It's why when we turned off the one creature's life support, the thing that was making it breathe and keep its heart beating, he freaked out and came in and tried to stop us. And all the while, if we watch him, all he did was crawl around and try to fix them and make new ones. Just like a doctor would. He's trying to save these things that could possibly be not human. Because we see them in the waiting room. We see that they can't move in the light. Why? Why can't they go in the light? Why can't they go out? What's stopping them? Why are they so afraid of the light? Was this... Because, I mean, there's also the idea of what if they are doing this voluntarily? But it doesn't make sense. So, to me, my theory is that some kind of creature came here. This undulating mass, this unknowable god came to this world, a world much like our own, and it shaped it into its own image while trying to keep humanity at its center. And I believe it needs a host because it can't do anything on its own. It can't. See, one thing in Lovecraftian lore, one thing is that the gods are just these things called gods. These creatures are right outside of our peripheral. They're on another dimension, and they can sometimes get over to us, but they need us. They need us as a host, or they need someone to open the gate. They need someone to open a portal into their realm so that they come to our world. And that's what's supposed to bring about the apocalypse and stuff. But they need us. They need humans, humans like me. But they need humanity. They need us to be here. We are the conduits that keep them able to actually be tangible in this universe. I think that's why when the boy sits down, he starts to have that headache. He starts to use his powers, and then it just turns into a concrete room. The undulating mass is still there. It's just in a paper thin veil. I think when we went there, when we went into the tower, we crossed the line, because you remember, he activates his power, all of the buildings start to stand up straight, and then he's teleported right to the front of the tower. Why? We could have walked. We could have ran. We could have done anything, but no, we did that. Why? Why did we do that? It's because we were entering into the other version where the undulating mass was, where all of reality doesn't make sense, where all of our physics doesn't make sense. And so we went in there, and when he sits down on the throne and he becomes the conduit, when he allows himself to become what this thing wants, when he sits there and just finally gives into his fate, he uses his powers and he comes back to this world, the world that's already been touched by this creature's madness, this whole thing, this world that has become this unknowable shape that is nothing compared to what we know now. When he comes back, he's alone, and he is in a concrete room in a concrete tower that is blasting radio waves across the entire city that are keeping everybody entertained, enthralled, or just complacent, keeping them as prisoners. He is sending out the signal. He is sending out the creature's signal. That's what this is. That's why these humans don't have a say-so in anything that they do. That's why they only watch the TVs. It's why in the first one, the janitor is so distracted by the TV as soon as you turn it on. He is seeing the literal face and signals of madness. And that's why he wants to watch it as much as he does. That's why he stares at it. That's why, even though his innate need to capture the child that has been running around, he's able to abandon it. He's able to abandon it for this TV. And we know it's the same because the song that plays in the TV sometimes is the exact song that plays when you turn on the TV in Little Nightmares 1. This is the same thing. This broadcast is what's going across. It's why in Little Nightmares 1, it seems possibly there are no TVs except for in the janitor's room or in the library where the janitor watches it. Now, that leads me to the second part of my theory. I think, again, this is a prequel. This is a prequel to Little Nightmares 1. We are seeing the beginnings of our partner's descent, finding out that they have powers. These children have powers. We don't know why they do, but they do. Where in Little Nightmares 1, our power was basically vampirism. If we ate somebody, we got their abilities. But the caveat was that we were constantly hungry. That's the caveat. Now, that world seemed more streamlined. It seemed more accessible. It seemed more... what's the word? It seemed more normal, Because it wasn't just a child running through a city. No, it was a child who, it seems, escaped from a farm of children on a floating restaurant resort run by a creature that still believed itself to be human. None of the creatures in this game or in the first game could be considered human. And I think it's because this is the starting point. This mass, this creature changed the world. This mass, somehow it came to this world and changed everything. And now the world has to try and figure itself out. It has to become normal. At some point, everything we are seeing in this world became normal because we had creatures, these humans, that would choose to go onto the mall, and they would go all the way. They would pay to go onto the mall and eat this food made from children. Hi, keyboard. What's up? Doing theories. So I think that's what Little Nightmares truly is. It is the nightmare of a world that is just out to get you because of the changes that has gone on. But 2 hours and you're at the title. Scared? Are you going to end stream before I continue my streak? No, I'm still going with the theory, so you got a little bit. But I think that is what happened, though. I think that is where Little Nightmares comes in. It is a world that has been reshaped and reformed by this thing. Also, thank you for the 20 stream streak, keyboard. Thank you very much. Good lord, 20 stream. Good lord. But it's a lot. But the world becoming this clay creation, this facsimile of what used to be humanity. It's a horror. It's a nightmare. Truly a nightmare. And it seems like our idea of what these children are, I don't even think we know what they are. So much theories. Yep. Dan, I love theories. If you don't know, I love theories. Good lord, what do you mean? Is 20 a lot? What? That's 20 in a row that you've been to. That's awesome. I think it's amazing. I'm just saying, good lord, it's a lot. But I don't think we know what the children even are. Because where are the children even coming from? The adults aren't doing anything. The adults aren't changing anything. The adults are trying to end the children for various reasons. It seems the hunter was just doing it for sport. The teacher, maybe she was doing it to try and teach them. On the mall, they were trying to eat them. And I mean, many others that we just don't know. Like, maybe the doctor, I don't know what he wanted to do. Maybe he wanted to use us for parts. We don't know. And why? Why do we have powers? Why do we have ability? We look at these children and believe them to be human, but we don't know. They could have been just as affected as the adults were. And maybe they are. Maybe they're just going to grow, and maybe this, what we're looking at right now, is the last breath of humanity. Because the children are going to grow up. We saw that the boy grows into the man, the tall man. We saw that he grows into that. So what is everybody else going to grow into? Any other children that we see? If they don't get eaten or ended, do they just become these things? Do they grow into things like the teacher? Do they grow into things like the doctor? Do they all just grow into normal things? Maybe he only grew that way because of the undulating mass. Maybe. But we don't know. We haven't seen a normal human. The only quote unquote normal humans we have seen are the children. And even then, we know nothing about them. To be honest, last week I almost lost my streak. Oh no! I was doing something and it's because of someone else that I maintained the streak. Oh, that's good then. Where's Hans? I think Hans is streaming right now. If she is, we're probably gonna raid into her. Yeah, let me do this real quick. There we go. But yeah, I think in total that is my theory. Like, I know it was a big one, but I mean, you know, if y'all know me, y'all know that I love a good theory. I'm always going to. And so, with all that being said, I think it's time we give Hans, we pass on the love to Hans with a raid. Let's see, where is she? Where is she? GG stream beep. Thank you very much. I know it was on the short side. I understand that, but I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I thought we had more, you know. Like I said, my only gripe with the game is the fact that I feel like I want more out of the game. Like, I wish there was more levels or DLC or anything. You almost missed it. Nah, you got here just in time. Nice day. Also, Hans is doing a giveaway, so make sure that you guys become part of it. You could get a free game. It was good to sit in chat, brother. Have a good day. I hope you have a wonderful one, Dan. I'm glad that you were able to make it. All right, and boop, boop, boop. All right. So, as always, I do want to say thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. If you were here from the beginning, thank you. If you came in at the middle, thank you. If you came in at the end, thank you. And don't you worry, if you feel like you missed out on anything, this will always be uploaded to YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you. And hello. I hope you all have a wonderful day. And I'm really happy that I was able to finish this game. I don't know what we're going to stream next, but we'll see. We'll see if we can find something fun to do. And so with the last 5 seconds, thank you again, everybody. Have a wonderful night. Me.
And they're the people responsible for the Sunday giveaway.